Hey guys, welcome back to Kindergarten Ready. We're going to do a math mini lesson with 2D shapes. Okay, the 2D shapes that we focus on in kindergarten is going to be the triangle, circle, square, rectangle, hexagon, trapezoid, and a diamond or rhombus. I grew up knowing them as diamonds, but now the terminology I use in my room is interchangeable with the rhombus, okay? So just if your child calls it a rhombus, it's a diamond. Okay, so we're going to talk about the attributes of 2D shapes because one of our goals by the end of kindergarten is to be able to compare and contrast different types of shapes as well as other things. But for this purpose, we're just going to do our 2D shapes. Okay, attributes is just a fancy way of how we describe something. For example, the attribute of a triangle, it has 3 straight sides and the sides meet at a corner. So it's got 3 corners, 3 sides. Those are the attributes of a triangle. This triangle happens to be yellow. Color is an attribute. How many sides, how many corners, those kind of things. For a circle, it has no corners, no sides. My squares have 4 sides that are equal. Equal means the same. Okay, so they are equal. And then the 4 corners. And make sure you're exposing your child to different size shapes. Like I said, like the triangles, those are both triangles, but they look different. So make sure that your child can recognize different sizes and layouts of the shapes, if that makes sense. Okay, you've got your rectangle, 2 long sides that are parallel, so they run side by side, but they never intersect, and then 2 short sides. So I say 2 long, 2 short, okay? And they've got 4 sides, 4 corners, okay? Your hexagon has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners, okay? I help them remember a hexagon with 6 hexagon, 6 hexagon, and they'll remember it that way, okay? All right, our trapezoid. I help them remember trapezoid because it looks like a cup, and you're going to trap a bug. It's all I could think of at the time, and the kids really liked it, so we just went with it. So trapezoid, you're going to trap something under a cup, okay? All right, and then with our diamond or rhombus, again, it's got 4 sides and 4 corners. When we're comparing the 2D shapes, like if you wanted to compare squares to rectangles, they would be the same in they both have 4 corners, 4 sides, but they're different because the rectangle has sides that are longer and sides that are shorter, and the square doesn't. If you want to compare triangle versus square, the triangle has 3 sides, 3 corners, and the square has 4 sides, 4 corners. So whenever you're asking your child in their homework or whatever your child's teacher's assigned, if you're asking about attributes, say, how are these triangles the same? How are they different? What are triangles and squares? How are they the same? How are they different? Tell me about the attributes. Use the verbiage attributes because they're going to hear it in their classroom, okay? And you don't want them to forget what that word even means. Now, sometimes we like to take our 2D shapes and we combine them together to make more 2D shapes. Miss Amanda, do you care to grab me another one of these triangles? Okay, so when we're combining 2D shapes to make other 2D shapes, this would be obviously a square, but when you combine it with another square, you make the 2D shape rectangle, okay? Whenever you have a trapezoid, you can combine it to make a hexagon, okay? Your triangles, you can combine a triangle with another triangle, and you've made a diamond or a rhombus, okay? You can take a hexagon, and you can put 2 trapezoids on it, and you've obviously made a hexagon. There's a game that we play here at school, and it's different ways to make a hexagon, and you can fill it up with triangles. You can use like 3 triangles and a trapezoid. Ooh, I'm throwing it at you. Like 3 triangles and a trapezoid, okay? But you're using different shapes combined to make other 2D shapes, if that makes sense. So that's going to be possibly some of your child's homework over the next few weeks is to combine shapes to make 2D shapes, okay? And to do that at home, I mean, it could be as simple as drawing a hexagon We could even get you guys out a template for that. But you draw a hexagon and then they draw their shapes in it. So that would be using, obviously, 6 triangles to make a hexagon. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, another assignment that you might see is use 2D shapes to draw a picture. So that would be like using a triangle and a square to make a house. Your rectangle is going to be your door. Your doorknob is going to be your circle. Your window could be another square. Do you guys see what I'm doing? You just use 2D shapes to make a 2D picture, okay? So that's all we've got for 2D shapes for right now. If you have any questions, message us back at Kindergarten Ready.